Shout out to everybody here. If you were watching me this morning, I gave you the long pump it to the upside. If you're my trading group, I gave you the long banging on them to the upside. I gave you the long to my trading group. I gave them a giant green arrow saying Bitcoin was about to blast to the upside. What happened? Bitcoin would blast to the upside. Shout out to 47,000 subscribers. We hit it today and moving almost to 47,100. Almost got 100 subscribers in a day, baby. The most accurate channel on Bitcoin in the game. Nobody can say a word. I hit Bitcoin basically every single day. This has been insane. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. You got to hear this. You got to hear what I'm about to tell you. Dude, altcoins are going to start absolutely flying. Dude, this is getting insane. Shout out to Juice World. God bless you for being here. You're the man, dude. I told you we were going to blast. Did I not? Juice, did I not call it? Juice, you've been in my group. You see me call it. Juice, how many times have I called these pumps? How many times, Juice? Let the world know, Juice. Tell them. Because I'm sick of telling people my own sauce. You guys got to tell people. How many times do I hit it? How many times do I hit it? How many times have I called Bitcoin? How many times? Like, I hit Bitcoin every single day, dude. I nailed it. I absolutely nailed it. He's 99% accurate. Juice World, dude. I really have been 99. Since you've been in the trading group, I really have been. I used to be like 80. I've been 90, though. 99. Bitcoin almost 100%. I love you, brother. We don't change the screen till the countdown's ending, buddy. This is just some pre-countdown talk, baby. This is some countdown discussion. You just get a little bit of my voice before the live. The most dedicated in the space, hands down. Nobody is more dedicated than Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer, baby. We're going to keep it going every single day here on the channel. We do not stop. We're going to break down the weekly candle close. We're going to have some fun. Sam, your inspiration is paramount. God bless you, Skiing Rooster. We love you. Nice call, sir. Thank you. I called this in my trading group. I said this was going to pump. I showed you the cup and handle. I'm called Sammy Cup and Handy for a reason because I always hit the cup and handle. I showed you this cup and handle. I told you it was going to pump. I showed you my trade. I showed you how I never got stopped out. I showed you how I sold partials and took pieces out of the trade. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Welcome. God bless all you beautiful people is right. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let's go, Sammy Cup and Handy. YGG will pump quite soon. Watch the Lifer, he will teach you everything. I have made 600 in gains this weekend. See that? This stream is gonna go off, watch. Let's dance, bounce. How much Bitcoin did we buy on the lows? How much Bitcoin did we buy on the lows? You guys saw me stacking it over and over again while everyone was bearish. I laughed at all the bears' faces. They didn't know how to read the 200 SMA. They didn't know what hidden bullish divergence was on the 3-day. I told you all what was gonna happen for days straight. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Can you believe what happened? I called the pump, baby. Yes. Sorry, let's get back to the seriousness. But dude, I called the pump again. I got into the long this morning. I got into the long yesterday morning. Both mornings on the weekend, I woke up at 5 a.m. giving you guys the sauce, and I hit the sauce. I can't believe how amazing I am becoming as an analyst. It is insane how many times I'm hitting Bitcoin. I think it's nuts. People think I'm lying. They're like, there's no way he called it yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before and the day before and the day before. We called this pump yesterday. Boom, we nailed it. Remember, that was yesterday morning. I nailed it. I followed this wedge. I started with that little move there. We got up a little bit. We came into the zone. We came back down. I drew this wedge from my trading group. Let me show you what I put out to the trading group. Let's get that music back up and running. I can't even believe it. It's been absolutely amazing. Just insane. Absolutely insane. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and sharing my most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's get that music back up and running here. God bless each and every one of you for jumping on it. Unbelievable. No one can talk on us. We are the bosses. The lifers win again and again and again. Number one, it's one thing to brag about your wins. You know, not the coolest thing in the world, but honestly, Crypto Lifer, the price sniper, man. Bang, bang, bang. Let's talk about it, baby. Let's break it down every single day. Bitcoin booming to the upside. We gave you the trade here. We pump. Look at this cup and handle that I drew. Sammy cup and handy. Length of the pole to the upside. I told you 30,711 was my target. We got to 30,618, baby, on a wick. And we may not be done yet. I also showed you that we were in this range. Down, bottom, down. We were going to go to the top of the range. We never got stopped out. It got very, very close, but we never got stopped out of the trade. This thing would continue to the upside. I gave you everything that I could give you guys, and I drew this for you, and we nailed it to the outside. Shout out to all the future. Thank you for your dedication to Vitality B. Shout out to all the future millionaires and billionaires out there. God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time, everybody. I cannot believe what we're doing here. Just insane. Or your money back, straight up, right? Shout out to Master Friend in the house, man. Master Friend, bro. The gains are insane. The testimonials are insane. Star this tune, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate it. Shout out to our channel sponsors, BingX. Jump into BingX today. You will absolutely love it. Be able to trade S&P, all sorts of fun stuff. Also get some cool bonuses up here. Link in the description below, or hit that QR code. Also join the CryptoLifer.com. CryptoLifer.com. Join the trading group today. You will absolutely love what you get there. You're going to get hands-on analysis every single day from me. I'm also going to do it every single day on my live stream, and then I'm going to give you even trades that I see in the morning, at night, and continuously giving you the gains, everybody. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. It has been insane. Bang, 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 bang. All right, well, let's talk about it. Let's break it down. How did I see these gains? How did I know? Am I psychic? Did I come from time traveling? It's possible. Sometimes I wonder if I'm a time traveler that told myself to forget. Also, look at this. Master Friend. You will see that we sweep the lows of the double bottom. We did it again. How many times do we see the double bottom sweeped? And there was the entry, the sweep lows of the double bottom. All right. A little bit of an inefficiency that did have a wick. I guess we revisited that zone one more time to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. To me, it was more, there was some divergence there too as well as you started to flatten out. Low stochastics. To me, I was trading the 2-hour time frame too. I kept talking about how smooth the 2-hour is, and it looks really lovely. It did stay flat, but once we got that turn, we got above that moving average, and this thing got a move to the upside. The 2-hour time frame was absolutely beautiful. You'll find the 2-hour time frame has this really smooth way for trades. It's a really nice time frame. It really gives you that extra sauce. But let's talk about what I gave you guys in the trading group today. Also, the biggest gainer really in the game, STARL. I talked about it all the time, went over it numerous times. Look at the 7-minute. It's about to pump again on my like, look, it looks like we'll be able to play this 7-minute right now for a nice pump. So look, this is the trade I gave you guys here on Binance. You can see my stop loss right here. We got close, but we never hit my stop. I did get dang close, but actually I think I got in way later than that wick anyway. Actually, no, I've been in this trade since last night. So this trade has been going, but I did take profits on that wick last night. Came back down, never got stopped out, continued here. added a little bit to the trade, and then we got the blast off. I sold pretty close. I didn't get all the way up to 367. I was at a business meeting tonight. That's why I didn't hit the show at 8 p.m. This meeting went absolutely amazing. I don't even consider it a business meeting. It was like a life meting. One of the greatest meetings I ever had in my life, man. Shout out to you. You know who you are. I don't want to like go too into it, but if you're listening, I love you, man. And I can't wait to see what could happen in the future, man. And I just, something tells me that, I don't know, you're like a guardian angel, man, in my humble opinion. But anyway, but that's how I see it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I also drew this Fibonacci, and I talked about this coming down to the 786 Fib level, right? Where we were going to come back down. Look, I'll show you this. Hold on. We had this massive pump up. We came back down. That was the 786. We had this pump come up. Even right here, look. Divide this idea here. We started here we came up. We go sideways. We start the pump, right? So I like to take from my initial pump right there. See that candle body? 786 retracement. Bouncing to the upside. Now I look at this flag and I set the flag up with my stop loss, 2 stop losses below, and I use the point of control as my my protective area. Never got to it. We blasted to the upside. How do I know where we were going to go? Like, how did I know we would go and surpass 32,281? Because I just I'm super good at my measured moves. And I don't do measured moves like everybody else. I have my own way of doing measured moves, which is pretty interesting. But I do, and I use wick to wick. Everyone else uses pole, all this stuff. I use slanted. I make sure the area is going the same direction. And then my bigger one, right, was the cup and handle. How did I know we were going to go to 37, basically into that area? I take this here, and you go wick all the way down to the wick. See this? And you swing that up. That's your measured move of the cup and handle, right? And look, it takes you, like, you'd be off by like a few $100. No, not even, like $50. Like this said 694 and it went to 641. You were off by $50. Dude, my measured moves are deadly. I'm telling you right now, I've been doing them for years, and I don't do this like everybody else. No one else saw this cup and handle like that. Maybe some people did, but it was very rare. No, I saw the high, the higher low, the higher high, the higher low. We got to put in a higher high. We're in an uptrend. The trend's your friend until it's not. Until you broke this low, then there was no reason to think that we were going down. You have to understand how to read a trend. You have to understand where a POC is. Once you got a point of control, you were gone. Look at this gap in the VRVP that told you where the order blocks were. I mean, then we had a struggle up here when we blasted to the upside. This is unbelievable, like what's been going on. And if you're in my trading group, I try to make it real easy. Like, I try to make it simple. Not easy, but I try to make it as simple as humanly possible, right? And so this morning, I'm giving you the trade right here. I'm working the trade. Yes, it went a little more sideways, but we never got stopped out of this trade. This trade would continue to the upside. You can see I was long. I've been long, all right? That's 8:48 a.m. when I did the update. Also, we made gains when I came in. We were up, and I took gains out of the trade. I took the $5,000 to $7,000. Today's a big day. I crossed $7,000 on the account. Super cool for me, as I'm really starting to make some big headway here. $5,000 to $7,000. Most people lose their entire shirt. I took $5,000. I turned it into $7,000. Took me some time. I should have made way more. Yes and no, up and down. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, woulda. But you know what? I didn't lose my shirt. I stayed disciplined. I didn't go in late at night with a bunch of money, 50X, and decide to go all in. Like, I stuck to my channel. I stuck to what I do. I continue to grow money, and I'm going to continue to do so, right? And you saw me buy so much spot too. And let's also talk about some of the altcoins. I woke up today and I put out STARL, STARL. This thing was huge, right? Starlink, man. And not to be confused with Tesla Starlink, completely different. But we talked about this coin. I went over it. I kept saying it was going to be a monster. Then I drew a flag this morning saying, yo, this flag could break out. It looks pretty good to me. It went up 172%. I mean, it was a wick. Maybe someone made a crazy order, but even still holding 44% gains. Now, it did get sold off back to the downside. These small coins you do have to take profits on, but we started getting in down here and even further. This thing alone, even if you didn't even know what you were doing, is still up 80%. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but I love trading smaller coins, smaller altcoins on these exchanges. It's really my bread and butter. I find out which ones are going to move. I can figure it out. I can see it. This thing had a massive move today. A wick would have sold on a limit order of a massive gains. We put this out this morning. Really only trade I was really focused on for Bitcoin. I see this 15-minute and this 7-minute about to blast. This looks like we're going to continue to the upside. You closed the weekly so bullish. We're going to take a look tonight at that weekly, and we're going to break it down. Let's get that music back up and running. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We appreciate you. We love you. And yeah, we just know it's going to be this week's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm super, super excited to see what goes on. So we're going to break down what we do every single week here, but I just wanted to go through the Discord and show you what you would have had you been in the Discord, right? So you would have seen me at 8 in the morning pumping, right? Then look, 8:10, I'm looking, this could be a possible diamond. The diamond makes a move back to the upside, just brainstorming some ideas here. Shout out to All Legs No Torso. Didn't know you were going to get shout out on the live, did you? One of our premier traders in the trading group. And she also is a fire department paramedic that she works for the fire department. I mean, this woman dedicates her life to saving other individuals. God bless her. I said all the OGs love you, and to the new people, meet All Legs No Torso. We love you. Thank you so much for being an amazing person in our trading group. You've pushed a lot of people. You have positive energy, positive light, and I thank you so much for being a part of my crew. It's amazing. 47,000 today, right? And there's that trade continuing to the upside. I put out on the live stream. It went green right there, right? There's STARL right there. STARL would start the pump, and that thing was gone. So far, so good, because I called the long and I gave you the green candle. This thing's likely to go up all the way to the upside. I gave you the green candle. I try to make it as simple as I could for people that like picture books and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just a picture book. Then I even drew you the 7-minute with this extremely long flag. And it told us we were going to 30,280. People thought I was nuts. I could see it. I could see it. I could see it. All right? I could see all this happening before it happened because I've been studying this for years. Boom, 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 boom. It's not a coincidence I hit again. It's not a coincidence we continue to push forward every single day. It's not a coincidence that the lifer made gains. If you're not in my trading group, you are playing games with yourself. You think I'm too good to be true. You're like, no, there's no way this guy hits gains like this. You're going to learn what we learn here. I'm telling you right now, the testimonials have been blowing up. Lifer friend, watch this. You're going to cry. Get your tissue out, lifer friend. Here's another testimonial. I think it's time. So I've been in the group for a year now. Never thought I would have made it this far. I'm now pulling consistent gains out of the market to a level where I've never thought I'd get to. Sam paired with Master Friend's leverage class got me to a point in trading that only I thought elites would be at. I watched Sam every day. Slowly but surely, I started seeing the patterns and divergence so clear, but was still lacking in succeeding my trades. Then I took the class with Master Friend, and it was like something finally clicked. Everything that I had been learning from Sam finally came out. Their teachings definitely complement each other, and since last week, when I took the class, I started the strategy with $50 and turned it into $200. Sam says if you can't double 50 to 100, then you have no business in trading, and I did it. It's literally the quickest I've ever done this. I was also waiting for the bigger move, but Master Friend drilled it into me to take and secure those profits. Pay yourself, keep it pushing, and there's no sign of me stopping. I'm going to take this market for everything it has, and I owe it to you both. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Crypto Lifer Master Friend, 895%, 559, 401, all at 200x leverage, 153%, 47%, 339, 541%. Doing it in the safe way with proper risk management in ways you wouldn't believe. Last night, Lifer gave the 204-hour sauce. This morning, here were the results at Fairdesk. He banged on him for 63. He banged on him again for 79. He banged on him again for 190%. Dude's making $100 in the night while he's sleeping. I've been a member of the Lifer community for over 2 years, and I can't express how grateful I am for the Lifer as well as the community. Had a chance to meet Sam in Bitcoin Miami this year while walking around the venue with my 3-year-old son. Sam is the same genuine, authentic person we see on the streams, and the positive energy he resonates was palpable when we spoke. Not only was my trading improved since being a member of the community, but my personal life has been impacted as well. My dad and I had a strained relationship for years, and the ability to connect felt like it was dwindling. But after introducing my dad to the Lifer community and the Lifer streams, we started speaking again multiple times a week to discuss what Sam taught that day or to share the thoughts from the moments on the stream. Now my son watches the streams with me, and my pop still calls to talk about the trade of the day from Sam. 3 generations connected via the Lifer community. I'm eternally grateful for Sam and his team and the Lifer community. I recommend everyone that hasn't checked out Master Friend's leverage course as well, and it's an educational gift that keeps on giving. Apply to the tools taught in both courses last night and woke up in a pleasant surprise to 462% gain. So not only are they making gains emotionally in their life, changing their life, read these testimonials. We got funded traders getting funded. They're passing the tests. We can show you. We have the proof. Anyway, God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So where Bitcoin goes now? Well, let's do what I do every single time. We'll delete the chart. We'll start fresh, and we'll start from the very beginning, like I do every single day on this live stream. I've been here with my family on vacation. I don't miss, baby. I don't miss. You know what I mean? I don't miss. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Truly an epic day to be alive as Bitcoin continues to pump to the upside. Funny, it was pumping while we were at the meeting, just pumping. So I see Bitcoin pumping right now, about to pump to the upside. I see a target coming. If I'm wrong this time, I'll be like 1 out of 12. So it's like, hey, I guess I could be wrong here and there. But look, I see a 3 to 4 risk reward ratio. Keep that right above this. You do see an inefficiency in the order block. We came there. We could have to close that order block. Bigger inefficiency there, and we did close it already. That's a bullish order block right there. And again, let me explain something. And Master Friend, I'm gonna blow your mind. Bullish order blocks are created from massive amounts of liquidations. We have a massive short liquidation up. What happens? We create the order block, right? So when there's a massive move up, I can already tell you where you're gonna see these order blocks because I've been through how the price action moves. So then you can take your sauce, right, and mix it with my sauce and my idea, and together we can kind of figure out where price is going. I told you we were about to pump right now. Entry on that target was 32.63, and now we're mooning to the upside. Look at that. Bitcoin already getting a move. Already getting a move. Already getting a move. All right. Bitcoin already getting a move to the upside. This thing is about to moon. Look at the 7-minute looking absolutely beautiful. I love the 7-minute. It's my time frame. It's my go-to. That falling wedge is broken out, period. You got a little bit of hidden bullish going for yourself too, and you have to remind yourself, look, you're swinging down on the RSI, but right there, if you take that exact point, you're swinging up. That tells you the trend's going to continue to the upside. And this RSI will usually create the point at the bullish order block. The bullish order block will be the point of, that's why. Look, if I draw a fib here, you think we hit the 786? My God, look at that. We're right at the 786. Like, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. We just hit the 786 again. My trade just boomed to the upside that I just added to. Like, it's insane. Like, this trade, I just jumped into a trade right now. I'm going to fix the stop loss and take profit later on because I don't have the time. I just wanted to get into the trade. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We're going to break down Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. I'm in an Airbnb. I'm not going to be obnoxious, all right? So I do have respect for the people around me. I'm not going to do the normal scream. I don't want to get kicked out tonight, all right? Let's talk about it. We have heavy resistance for Bitcoin at 30,800, which we've hit already right there. We've wicked to it today. Let's talk about this weekly close, everyone. What a massive candle. We had another one here before. We've come back down before. Usually when you go up really fast, you can come back down pretty fast. That's just one thing I want to reiterate, but this could be the beginning of an ETF coming out. This is also a giant W. We're going to break it down for you guys. So we're on the weekly, and we're going to talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about our weekly candle. Double click, zoom in, and only thing I really want to look at is the weekly candle. Remember when I used to kiss the candle? You guys forget that, right? Who watched the stream when I used to kiss the candle? Who remembers me kissing the candle back in the day? Who remembers when I used to blow it away from me when it was bad? I was like, oh no. But I used to kiss the green ones and blow the blow the red ones. That doesn't sound right. That sounds absolutely horrible. I used to kiss the green ones and blow. But you guys, I'm talking about the candles. Shout out to the 623 people on the live, 267 likes. Maybe I should go later. The 8 o'clock time frame looks like 10 o'clock's even better. I'm getting more people on the live than I've ever had. This guy's like Bitcoin dumping. Look, that trade just powered to the upside. Just made another, look at that thing blasting. Network unstable. No, get my network going. Network delayed. But look, we just made the fastest $13 you ever make in your life. Told you Bitcoin was going to pump. I gave you this call right now. I gave you another call right now. Can you believe that I just gave you a call? It's absurd, right? It's sickening. It's nuts. It shouldn't happen like this. I shouldn't be able to give you a call this fast. I shouldn't be this accurate. It should never exist, but it does. It does. It does. Look, we just put this out. Just put this out with the measured move. And you're in the money already. Like, you're already in the money. Can you believe that? How did I know? Well, the 7 minutes about to blast. Look at lack of bearish momentum with the MACD. Dude, you do not need to be a rocket science to see what I'm teaching you. Price came down to the 21-day moving average. How can I constantly show you where price is going to go right there? Look at that. Look at that. You're mooning right now. Like, that is a beautiful trade to the upside. Come on now. Bitcoin just absolutely doing damage, making $14 in a second. You can't stop it. All right? I entered the trade. I could see my trader instinct told me it was time. This thing is going to moon likely up to this target. And back to that resistance at 30,008. I don't see why we won't continue up. Look for an issue here at the resistance. All right. But that's like, I want to show you your time frame. Look at that thing moon, dude. You can't say I didn't just give you the trade. You can go back in time and watch what I just said. And be like, he did. He just did it again. He did it. Why does Bitcoin pump when I show up? Don't you notice that? I delayed the stream. Pumps again. I don't know what's going on. There's something going on. God is helping me in some crazy way. God is helping me do something amazing. I don't know how he's making me the most accurate trader I've ever met. It's me. I don't know how he's doing this. It's insane. It is insane. But you know what, man? Nothing is without God. I will never take full credit. I will give all credit to God. Everything I do, the most amazing things that anyone does, man, I give credit to God where God is due, man. And you know what I mean? And don't be afraid to take profits. Like, look, I could snatch that right now if I want, $14. Don't be afraid to take your profits, everybody. Like, I can close that long. Bang. Right? It may go higher, but I can always just take my money. You know? You can revoke it if you don't want to. Be like, no, I don't want to take my money. You know? But don't be afraid to take profits. Look, I finally cracked 7,000. It's such an amazing feeling to watch your account grow and to stay disciplined. It's awesome. It's awesome. All right, let's break down that weekly. Weekly candle opened at 27,154 and 14 cents. The high was 30,379 and 99 cents. The low is 27,112 and 66 cents, and it would close at 29,992 and 46 cents. It would go up $2,838 and 31 cents, up 10.45%. I mean, a 10% Bitcoin candle in a week? A 10% Bitcoin candle in a week. Like, come on now. All right? And look, we blasted through weekly resistance here. This was resistance at 29,269. So that's also going to be an area you're going to probably bounce from. All right? Remember that I talked about the 200 SMA. You are so far from it, and the 21's about to cross. When the 21 crosses, you know, I can't believe we kind of had a fake cross there, but when the 21 crosses for the second time, and when the 50 comes, that's going to be a golden cross on the weekly. A golden cross on the weekly is a big deal. Remember how bullish I was? Remember how I kept telling you that there was 3-day hidden bullish divergence? Remember when I kept saying it means you're going to make a high above this high? And I've been drawing this hidden bullish divergence since the day I saw it. And I'm bringing it up again every single day. Low stochastics to the upside. I gave you the entry on the 4-hour time frame. If you remember correctly, yet again, when the 4-hour did this move, I pulled the Fibonacci and I showed you the 786 retracement. Bang, we came right to the 786. I then gave you the 8-hour hidden bullish divergence. I did everything I could to teach you what was going to happen. I showed you this. I said, this is 90% accurate. I said, this is going to blast. I said, this is so accurate. I've traded this so many times in my life. I gave you the fractal from Aave, remember? I placed it onto the weekly chart for Bitcoin. I showed you how these play out. It says you're going to make a high above this high to the upside. You made that high. Unbelievable. I talked about this being a rising wedge and said, but rising wedge can break out parabolic. We ended up doing that. I showed you the parabola and I said, this is likely going parabolic. I said, this is insane. I said, I see a parabola forming here for Bitcoin to the upside. Not only did I do that, I gave you the cup and handle on the 4-hour trade, which played out as well right here with the stop loss, previous support or resistance with this line right here. I suggested to keep the stop loss below the support or resistance. We showed you that this was a cup and handle. If you go back to the 4-hour time frame, Sammy cup and handy, there was my handle. There was my cup, a beautiful cup and handle, right? Measured move, just take from here to here. I would take that huge wick, but it's an exaggerated wick in a way. Bang, look, that's exactly where you went, basically. Your wick to it now, 30,339. Bang, bang, bang. And I don't like losing money, right? Flash close, usually you don't get all of it. Oops, 17 now, it's starting to pump. We'll go back to that. Anyway, I got to go back to the trade on the smaller time. There's no reason to take profits on this trade until I get to 30,750. Might take a partial right there at 30,482, but I'm in this trade, baby. The 4 hour is going to rock. I mean, the 7 minutes about to rock. Sorry, the 7 minute is going to blast. It just crossed the medium line on the RSI. Once that goes across there, we are gone, baby, gone. I'm telling you right now, I've been using all these different tips, tricks, and they all come together, and now I see the market in such a way. Like, it's insane what I see. I was on vacation this week. I was on the beach today with Rodney Robinson, one of my buddies who picked me up from the airport, joined the trading group. I sat on the beach with him for 3 hours today, kicking it. I enjoyed myself. I played with my daughters, you know. I then went to John's Pass and we brought the kids to dinner. Then the kids had some, you know, desserts and we had some fun. And then I came back here. I went over the charts a little bit, put out some of my ideas, and then I bounced out, had a nice meeting, came home, and I'm hitting on the live stream. Today was a blessed day. Look, things are going well for Bitcoin right now. 30,350. I called it right there at 30,262. You're in the money already. In the money already. Who's in the money right now from one of the, you know, who saw what I saw and they're in the money? All right. Pensacola has the same views and less traffic. Y'all come down sometime. We will come to Pensacola. God bless you. Thank you. Happy Sunday to all you lifers. Thank you. The 99 is a coalition of like-minded traders all posting confluences on many different assets. It is a place for you to get the education you deserve and gain your edge in the market. Lifer strong. Shout out to the 650 lifers on the live. We appreciate you. We love you. And we support you. And we can't believe how amazing this journey has been. So let's get back into the weekly candle close, shall we? Bitcoin USDT on Binance. So I just wanted to kind of show you how we did this. Like I went through this, all was complete technicals. Hidden bullish, 786, like all this made sense. I saw all this. Then you broke out, you retested the cup and handle. All this makes sense. Like all I needed to know to do this trade was pull the giant fib, which gave us the exact entry there at that wick. We called the exact entry. Can you believe that? Then we draw this entry, gave you the exact entry here with hidden bullish. Then the cup and handle gave you the exact entry here with where to put the stop. All these stops never got hit. I put my stop loss down here, never got hit. Put my stop loss right there, never got hit. Put my stop loss there, never got hit. I'm teaching you where to put stop losses that just do not have like a 90% chance of not getting hit if you know what you're doing. You got to know where to put the stop loss. You can't just do whatever you want, you know. Anyway, this was absolutely amazing. I'm in awe of what happened here. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So let's go back to the weekly. Let's break it down. I am a little euphoric right now. I want to calm down, bring myself back down to brass tacks, just kind of relax here. And we'll delete our work again. We'll see. So we have a resistance at 30,800 really, right? Right where we kind of went to. We have beautiful support at 25 too. We know we bounced off of it. It's a great area to watch for. Then we have this giant double bottom here, right? And this thing looks like it could make a move to the upside. All right. Bang. 36,793. You know what I mean? That's a W. That's your measured move with a W. It takes you to 36,887. This thing can make some serious gains to the upside, right? Previous resistance became support. We double bottomed here on that double bottom to the upside. We never swept the lows of that one. We never swept the lows of this one. Do we? We may. You never know. But this tells me that we're going to 36,981, and we're doing it probably this week. You know what I mean? Once we get above here, there's no resistance. Once you get above here, you're going to shoot up so fast. And look, the next place is the VRVP node that's that rounded. And it's not even a poignant point. It's just a rounded. So it says you'll stop at 39.3, and then you'll likely come back up to 47,000. And then 56,000, it just is not that far away. Like, we can easily get right up to here. And remember that battle at 47K. 47 is going to be an area that we're going to take some resistance at. But because we went all the way from 47 all the way to 18 pretty fast, look at that. We can easily start to work our way back to the upside. You can also look at this as a flag, which like no one really did, but I'm telling you, like, that's a bullish rectangle if you've ever seen one, right? And that tells you can also get a move further up. This is very bullish, everybody. Very, very bullish. I talked about getting above the 200 SMA. I told you what a big deal that was. Huge, 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 huge. Everyone who's bearish, I'll say, you know what? We'll go below the 4-hour 200 SMA first. That's the first thing we'll lose is this yellow line. And then we can all go be bearish again. Look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour is going to rip. 4-hour is about to blast. I'm telling you right now, like, simple trade right now. Right here. Get in with the long above the zone. Again, I can't tell you what to do. This is something that looks so scrumptious to me. That's likely going to pump. I'm just telling you right now. That is so likely going to pump. Look at the stochastics and how aggressive they are. Look at the lack of bearish momentum on the MACD. It's showing you that you're lacking sellers on the histogram. You know, yes, you got a little bit of bearish divvy here, but you're still working it. The RSI can get pinned. And honestly, it's starting to kind of down while you got a little bit of sideways price action. And we could dump. Don't get me wrong. There could be some bearish div that could take us down, but I would wait for these stocks to reset first. And they're saying a big move is coming for the 4-hour time frame. So I see something interesting, and I call these half a cup of handles. I have a term for this. It's a half a cup of handle. You see how it's a half a cup? Like this? The cup is kind of halfway. These things blast to the upside. I used to play these all the time. I made this term up, the half a cup of handle. No one else trades it like that. That's why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. I'm unique in the way in which I even talk about my trading terminology. My nomenclature is different than everybody else's. I use a different nomenclature, all right? We've been banging on them. We get it. We understand. And back to our 7 minutes. So here's the 7-minute flag that we called out right here, right? And it could struggle. There'd be some red and green on the way, but it says that we're going to go all the way up somewhere to 30,900, and then we can reconvene. So I'm bullish. Now, what will be bearish? Let's look at our bearish scenarios. Well, the 1 hour's overbought. We could easily double top here on the 7 and start to break down. Look for this key level to be broken back above 30,330. We're kind of, 30,005. We need to break above 30,500 to remain bullish. So look for Bitcoin to come up. A retest of that area would be a safer bet. I like to be high risk though, and I take the risk. My whole life was risk, so I might as well stay in risk now. I shouldn't even be alive. All the crazy things that I've done in my life. And the fact that I am, unbelievable. Shout out to the 683 people on the live. God bless each and every one of you for being here tonight. We love you all right now. I mean, this has been amazing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shout out to GC, baby. The man. Such an interesting time. All right, let's get that music back. The music stopped, I stopped. All of a sudden, what happened? And I was sitting there looking at my sauce. That's whack. I'm not into that at all. We'll go with what we can right now. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you. God bless you all for being here. Unbelievable. Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's keep it kicking. Let's keep it kicking. Wow, Bitcoin just pumped hard like I said it would. Look at that thing. It just pumped so hard. 360. You're in the money now heavily again. I just gave this trade right here at this entry at 32.6. I just gave you this trade when this green candle started to move in the 7. No one can say anything about us, everybody. How did I know? Stochastics are low. Prices touching the 21 and you're in a falling wedge. It doesn't have to be this hard. You don't have to make it this hard. It doesn't have to be this hard. You can do this too. I can teach you every single day how to find the charts, how to figure out where it's going. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. You got a 68% chance this is going to moon, baby. Look at that. Boom. 30,392. Now you're up $162. Now your heart's racing. You're in the big trade, baby. You're making gains, baby. Wow. Happy Sunday. Who's in the gains right now to the upside? Who just said, look at this guy, Bitcoin dumping. What a fool. Sorry, Dream Tanks, but that didn't age well, my friend. That did not age well. Like, not at all. Like, hold on. How come the chat isn't moving? Is this the morning? Is this the morning's one? Hold on. Yeah. This is the chat from this morning, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I get confused because the chat sits on my window. Give me the Ric Flair. Woo! Up 20%. Let's go. Shout out to everyone. Been longing since 20K in the gains. I'm getting it pretty well tonight. I know. If you're not a lifer, I don't know how you are living. Sammy got the knowledge and the skills to take you to the moon. God gave you 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen more than you speak. Jade and Rainey, we love you. My super chat did not go through. Sam is a legend in the game. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Miners will squeeze. I'm up in Matic, BTC. If you're not a lifer, I don't know how you're living. God bless you, man. I appreciate that. Pepe following Bitcoin. TRB pumping, baby. 50%. Greg Novak, we love you. 500% up 15K. Juice World banging on them to the upside. Got my lunch money. We continue to hit every single day. Dude, this trade is still booming to the upside. If it's still stuck, that is, right? Any thoughts on the bearish div of the 6 hour? Shout out to Justin Cashmore getting gains in the house. This dude knows how to get Cashmore. His last name is Cashmore. When me and him hang out, it just makes sense because it's Sam Price and Justin Cashmore. You know what I mean? They call me Price Get. They call him Cashmore. But shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Hey, Lifer, God bless. Any chance for a look at ACH? Send it a super chat for TAs and deep dives. I greatly appreciate it. And shout out to this fan funding. Let's see who's jumping on in right now. We have OMAC for the 99. Please say a prayer for me and my family. My grandmother, Essie Holmes, just passed. It hurts, but I know she's in heaven. I'll go to shut down, but I remembered what you did with your dad pushing through. I was going to shut down, but I remember what you did with your dad pushing through. To Mark. Moment of silence for my man, OMAC, man. And let's have that moment right now. Dear Lord, we don't know why you take the people that we love. We don't understand all the nuances of the universe and how it all is connected. But with our faith in you, may we find our way. Amen. Just like Job, who was sent into the belly of the whale, who lost everyone, his whole family, and was left alone. He never lost his faith in God. Amen. It's obvious that you are number one. The masses haven't realized yet you're about to go into a bull market. 1 million soon. Your 4-hour 2MSA closing has been killing it for me. GF Burke. Dude, I'll teach even you how to become a trader, Burke. I love you, bro. Uma, please. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Vitality, your dedication, Sam. Shout out to all the future millionaires and billionaires. We're going to make billionaires, man. I'm going to become a billionaire. I can feel it. I can smell it. I can taste it. It's only a matter of time, baby. It's only a matter of time. 7 minute, you know what is? The 1 minute is getting cooked, right? So the 1 minute's a little overbought. If you're a little cautious of what's happening, watch the 1 minute. What it will do, it'll probably make this kind of rising wedge here. Now, what you don't want to see is the 1 minute start to lose this wedge. This is the rising wedge that's going to probably go parabolic off the 1 and continue to the upside. You want to see this trend line hold, and you want to see this continue to bang. You can also look at it like this is a flag that was getting retested. It broke out, it retested to the upside. 2 different scenarios got you the same picture, perfect idea. To the upside, baby, to the upside. So I'm seeing for this to boom. If we lose this level, we are going to come to the 50, and we could already come right back down to the 200 SMA, right? $25, you know, the trade just begins. We'll see where it goes. Only a matter of time, right? That would just be great, though, to close my... I like to take that. Something tells me, it's the weekend. I just want to keep continuing to add to this trade. This is annoying that it happens to me here. You open the order, right? The order is at 360. Okay, it finally took. Dude, and there's 70,036. Like, I'll do that again. Then it'll be 7,100. Then it'll be $8,000. Then it'll be $9,000. Just continuously adding to the move. And Bitcoin's going to go. I mean, we have so much fun. We have so much to trade Bitcoin with. Look at this 4-hour, though. I just realized that the 4-hour was in control. And the 4-hour is actually about to start to pump massively. All we really need to do is find a flag here on, like, the 15 or the 1. Actually, there's the flag right there on the 10-minute time frame. I mean, it looks pretty good. This is interesting to me that we could continue this pump to the upside. Might be able to get one more nice entry out of this flag here. So I'm going to watch this. 15-minute looks like it may come down and give us one more better entry. But wow, 3,675. This thing is pumping to the upside. I really just think I should just kind of hold off on that 4-hour. So hold on. Let me delete everything here. You can see we get in at the bottom, we sell the top. We get in at the bottom, we sell the top. Look at all the reds at the top. Look at all the greens at the bottom. Banging on them. This 4 hour is really just getting started, just like the last 4 hour got started. Remember when I showed you the Stokes came down, but price action went up? Look at Stokes went down, price action went up. That tells you you're going further up. If you can't read that momentum in that indicator, I don't know what to tell you, but it's telling you that we're about to get mean, baby, mean. Mean and lean. Price action wants to blast. Bitcoin to 32,500 probably by tomorrow. You never know, though. False move money could be on us. We'll see what happens. So I like this trade. I'll take a little more of like 2.5 risk, though, on it, just because I'm already up a little bit into the zone. Take profit would be 29,457, right? I mean, the stop loss, the protective stop. We're at 32,553, all right? And I don't like to risk the whole, I don't like to risk the biscuit. Whenever we can go like 5x leverage, up the ante. I can handle that. And then I'm going to add to the trade. We get above the zone, I'm going to add to the trade, right? 4 hour says we're going to blast. Like, there's no reason to leave the trade. I did take a little profits, came back into the trade. We'll see where this goes. All right. I like this flag here on the 15-minute. It's likely to probably do something like this and just come back down for a nicer entry somewhere at maybe 30,268. If we do that, I'm going to add to the trade right there. And then it's likely we're going to blast. So we'll come down. And then what's going to happen too is you're going to make yourself a bit of a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, and that's going to blast to the upside as well. So look for that right shoulder to be made. That's going to make a perfect entry. Look for these Stokes to set on in, and that's going to be the money area right there. Might even get cushioned by the 50 and get a blast to the upside. So I'm looking for this to kind of occur here tonight, and that would be my entry. And that's how I enter the 4 hour time frame with this 15-minute flag. Then I let the 4 hour take over, and I don't look at another chart till I hit my 4 hour area. I might find bearish divergence on the 7 or the 15 to get out, but for the most part, that's how we're going to take it. You know what I mean? Shout out to GF Burke. Shout out to Wiggins of Hipfire. He wants UMA, please. Let's break that UMA. So that's my Bitcoin update for you guys. The 4 hour looks absolutely amazing, and I'm watching this flag on the 15-minute. All right? And that's kind of where I stand, and I see a big move coming for Bitcoin further to the upside, and my target is 32,000. No, my target is 33,000. 33,492 is the target of this move. I've been doing all these big targets. They've been hitting, so I'm just, and again, this isn't my thoughts, what I think, what I believe, what I feel. This is just strictly what I'm looking at, like, period. Like, this is just what the charts convey to me. I do not do what I believe, think, or feel. I do what the charts convey. What did the charts convey? What do the charts think could happen? This is what I'm looking for. So, but I mean, I see bullishness. I see bullishness coming for Bitcoin to the upside. And I could be wrong. It could dump in 2 seconds, but this looks like a massive move is coming here. And you got the rising wedge already starting its thing. This thing could moon like we read about. I'm telling you right now. Bang. 30,575 for just a small local entry, and that will be your next resistance. Good place to take 50 to 60% for me off the top, but it depends on what you're doing. All right. Let's get back into the chat. How's everybody doing? And this is like a bull run, right? I mean, we were in this the whole time. We've been waiting for these days. All right. UMA closing the 200 above the 4 hour. We'll take a look at that. Wiggins of Fire. BOOKMAP says at least 3,100. So massive move for Caspa 2. Oh, man. And you guys saw me piling into the market unbelievably. It's been insane. It's been an insane rally. Like, I just can't believe this. I mean, I can, because I could see, I saw it happening beforehand. Am I psychic? Did I time travel? I don't know what it is. We're able to figure this out before it happened just by doing the math. The data is there. The people make the data. We are able to see the data through the technicals, and we can get you where you need to be. God bless each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I mean, it's crazy. Like look at my today's P&L was insane. Like my P&L, like the Bitcoin rally. I mean, look, I made $2,000. Accounts going up over 100. I saw you just cracked 100. Now it's at 102.4. Like, we just keep going, man. This is just crazy. I'm sorry to floss, but like, I mean, I put my money where my mouth is, everyone. I don't BS any of y'all. I'm the real deal every time. Holyfield, baby. Maker DAO. Definitely a coin we were looking at for a possible move. Maker was looking interesting. We had it in this flag like this. It broke out. Look, there's your cup and handle for Maker DAO. Wouldn't be surprised if Maker just continued to pump. I see it going all the way to 2,072. Maker DAO. Let's take a look at Caspa. My baby Caspa baby. And look, Caspa did get a moon up of 17%, still holding it. We want to see if we can make this right shoulder, though, and then get a move to the upside. We gave this move to you, though. This was the Casper call. It is up 17%. And Chilean. Chilling, baby, chilling. All right. Bitcoin starting to lose that level. Look, shoulder, head, shoulder. That's not a good sign. And then we'll come to the 50. So now we have to negate this rising wedge, right? And we got to kind of start to look at it as a falling wedge. This is how you got to be quick and fast. And then once you lose the 200 SMA, you're likely to fall back down to the yellow line here. See, people like my versatility. You got to be versatile. You got to be able to just move right into a new idea. Just like chess, and I say this all the time, you don't know where the player is going to move in chess. You don't know at all. But what you do know is you can be preemptive about the moves that he is making. If he moves the rook, you can say, well, he could be doing these three things. If he moves the horse, you can say, well, he can get me here, there, and there, right? And you can kind of make a bunch of different ideas that you're going to, I might do this if he does that. Now, once he makes the one move that you didn't think he could, you either have to rework it or you realize that you're just not in the pocket, right? So, and we pull this too. We're looking for possibly this 786 fib. 30,234 may end up being the sweet spot, all right? And remember, this is that flag that I just showed you on the 15. Something like it's kind of making a bit of a symmetrical triangle, right? Very interesting, to say the least. You see that? As long as we don't break this low, we're gone. We stay above 30,200, and look what I'm seeing now too. Could it possibly be a big double bottom here? So even if we come down here and we could test the 200 SMA, bounce, look for bullish divergence on the one, and that could be a beautiful entry to the upside. We may never get it. I'm seeing more bullishness than that, but there's a chance. There's a chance. Shout out to Roddy Robinson. Hung out with him and his family today. Absolutely beautiful, man. It was awesome. I hung out with so many awesome people today. I was blessed today, man. You should be fine with OVBAN, UK, KYC, Entity State, but the trade should be fine. Just say no when asked. There's no way, you're funny. You need a program to pick the players. Alpha Shares is a Bitcoin mining operation that I consider my precious asset. It says service, They have a store, but I have an Amazon seller. Make my own that way, gutta. Astro projects to the future. Amen. Astro projection, baby, all day long. All day long. It says service are restricted to buy. Roundhouse that like button. And God bless everybody here on the live. We really, 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 really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Could you look at STX? Yeah. And check out Crypto Lifer's new website. And where are we doing all this trading? We're doing all this trading. Check out my new website at cryptolifer.com. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's awesome. It'll blow your mind. It's the place to be. All right. Spent a lot of money on this website, getting it developed, getting it done right, making it happen. All right. So we're kind of waiting on that right shoulder too for Casper. But Casper getting that love. And I see Casper going all the way to 8 cents at 0.8 of a cent not too long from now. It's really solidified its low on the 3-day chart and is really getting bullish on the 3-day. It's time to load up. The 3-day says we are about to blast. MACD, lack of bearish momentum. I like what I'm seeing here for Caspa. And I told you I had bags of Casper, right? You remember that, right? Yeah. All right, I might shock the world right now. Might shock the world. Let's go to my favoritos. Joystream. SafePal still kind of in the middle. Didn't ever get the pump I wanted it to get. Caspa back above 5 cents. All right. And how much Caspa do I have right now? I think 20 racks should be it. And how much I got in the till? 17.5. I'm going to make a $4,000 Caspa buy right now and whale in. I am. I love the coin. I'm committed. It's going to be one of my bigger bags. This might be the last time I ever buy it. I don't think I may ever buy it again. There's another 79,000 Caspa at 5,468, right? And there I go. I have 292,000 now. I don't think it filled my order all the way, though. Only 4% got filled. That needs to be filled all the way. And I'm going to push myself past my order and get into the 360,000 Casper or something like that. And I'll have about 20 grand worth of Casper, and I'm going to call it a day. That's going to be my position. I probably will lock that away in a Tangent wallet, and I'm not going to be swing trading Casper ever again. I'm just going to kind of let it sit until my payday. All right. 2 years from now, 18 months from now, I'm going to be taking a massive payday. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking advice. That's what I'm going to be doing. I don't know what you're going to be doing. I can't tell you what to do. You got to make those decisions for yourself and find your way. All right. You guys like comp. You were talking about comp, making it get a move to the upside. But first, before that, let's take a look at our Bitcoin dominance. All right. And we'll also take a look at that. So look, I mean, I see it flagging out. But honestly, it could start making one of these flags too. So there's a chance that the flag is more lateral and not hedging further to the downside, and we get more of this. And so I see this price action coming down, coming up something like this, and then once we touch the 21, Bitcoin's going to go again. It's going to go again, and Bitcoin dominance I see getting all the way up into 55, almost 60 region. We're talking 54. So my next move is a sideways price action, and I see Bitcoin dominance continuing to the upside out of this giant cup and handle. Bang, bang, bang. Let's take a look at USDT.D, which is tether dominance. And again, tomorrow's show, I probably will have to start early. I'm going to have to do tomorrow's show a little early because I have a flight at 12:55, I believe, and which I've never solidified. Is that really when my flight is? I should know, right? I gotta check in. Takes off at 12:52, lands at 3:56, 3 hours and 4 minutes. So I should be at the airport by 11, really, which is going to be tough for me because I have to pack and do all these things. It's going to be a really hard day for me. So my live stream is probably going to end at like 10:30 at the latest. And then I have to pack for a half an hour, get an Uber, get to the airport by 11:30. I'm going to be cutting it close tomorrow. So my live stream probably has to go from like 8 to 9:30, to be honest. And it's sad because my 10 a.m. slot, someone's going to steal it on me when I'm not there because you guys would. But just know that I'm going to give you your sauce beforehand, all right? So I will be early tomorrow because of my flight. There's no way I can pack it in at 10 a.m. I just can't do it, But I will be live at the right time that I need to be. God wants me to be live at that earlier time. It just is what it is. So the live stream will be tomorrow at about, I'd say 8:30 to 9:30. It might be only 1 hour quick because I'm going to be stressed. Then I got to pack. If I'm done packing by 10, we leave here by 10:30. We get there by 11. And yeah, it's a smaller airport. I should be in and out, done my security check in Tampa. I should be fine by like 12:15 and ready to get on. But I'm going to be cutting it close. So I'm going to be cutting it close. I wish I had pushed that a little further. I don't, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at US Tether dominance, and that thing fell off a cliff, all right? And it started to lose this channel. This is great. We want to see this fall on, do a bearish retest, and then continue to drop to the downside. People are selling their Tether for Bitcoin. They wish they had more Bitcoin. Why are they so heavy in Tether? Bitcoin was the answer the whole time, right? I'm just saying, right? You guys saw me just gobbling up Bitcoin. You saw it. I just continuously bought more and more BTC. I just felt like it was the need. It was the thing to do, I see Bitcoin coming down to 30,268. That would be a great entry for me. Remember, waiting for that 15-minute time frame, even this 1 minute time frame. Come on down to these areas. As long as we keep a high above 30,200, we are good to go. We either double bottom or make a higher low and then continue on to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. All right. And Tether dominance also falling off of a cliff. I don't want to see it get back inside there. There's a chance it can. Let's take a look at our 4 hour. Our 4 hour wants to dump and is coming down. So I see the 4 hour headed lower, man. I see the 4 hour headed lower, but look, bearish retest there to the downside. We take a look at the 1 hour time frame, and the 1 hour is also pushing down. But there's some bullish divvy here on the 1 hour there. which tells me we may be kind of slowing down the dumpage. What I want to see is a bearish retest. This is my dinero banger pumps back up. I want to see this continue down, maybe make a right shoulder here. This would be cool. Shoulder, head, make a right shoulder, and then continue to dump on down. I'm seeing bearish tones for tether dominance. Let's take a look at DXY because we have to. We saw this in a symmetrical triangle. We even saw this as like a shoulder, head, shoulder. This is a double top right here. Now, anything could happen, but we are bearish on the 1 hour time frame, suggesting that we're going to start dumping on the DXY like into the early wee morning and getting ready for our Monday, on the Monday show. So this is very interesting, to say the least. But that's bearish to me. Look, top. You couldn't get above 106.72. As long as you don't do that, the DXY is going to continue to the downside. To me, it's broken a massive trend. High, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high. Next thing is going to be a lower low. The trend is your friend until it's not. Ride this to the downside. That means Euro, for all my Forex traders, you're going to be able to trade Euro USD and make gains. It's going to be amazing. So look at Euro USD. Put it inside of this. And remember, we talked about this was the symmetrical triangle the other way. I said if the dollar is like this, then this is like that. This should give you the breakout. So watch this closely. But as the dollar starts to dump, this will come into its own, get tight, and the Euro USD is going to make some gains. It's just going to against the dollar. So that's some easy Forex money right there. Nothing's easy, but that's a more simplified idea that can help us understand what's happening on the broader markets, right? Let's take a look at ES1, the S&P futures. See what's happening with the S&P. Is it following Bitcoin? Is it dumping to the downside? All right. So look, S&P. Some say shoulder, head, right shoulder. I feel like it made a shoulder, came back up, double top, came back down, but it's still inside this beautiful wedge. And remember, I've been calling for a move for the S&P for a while now. Come down here and make a beautiful bullish div. There's a very strong bullish divergence on the daily right now. That's going to be your bottom for the S&P. I'm going to be bold again and call another bottom on the S&P. I would be loading up on the S&P right here. They're going to have to turn the money printer on to the point of no return. You know, we keep sending money to Ukraine, but we're in heavy debt. Where do we get the money? We print it and we borrow it. How can we borrow money for Ukraine when we don't even have enough money for things going on here in the United States? I just can't. We're in tight spots, everyone. I've been studying inflation since 2009. I told people inflation was coming, my family and friends. I started buying gold and silver before Bitcoin was even out. Then I saw the differences between, the similarities between gold and silver. And I'm telling you right now, like, we're also perpetuating war over and over again. And I tell everyone how the money printer kills more people. You be like, how? Well, let me tell you. And it can be any country. Say you have country A and country B. Now, a few hundred years ago, the central bank, or whatever bank was big at the time, but let's just say there's a central bank right here with the big B, whatever. This has already circumvented and got politicians into the the cabinets in both of these countries, and they have guys who are writing for definite spending and saying we need to borrow more from the Fed, and they actually have. They basically send sentinels in. Like the Fed sends politicians into these areas. So next thing you know, there's like almost a third of all the politicians are already kind of somewhat basically on the till. They're already getting paid by the Fed, right? So they keep voting to borrow more money from the Fed because that was why they were put in the first place, because the Fed wants to keep control. The more money you borrow from the Fed, the more you owe the Fed. The more you owe the Fed, the more the Fed has you by your bootstraps. So what happens is, Country B says, oh, I don't like you. You're doing this. Country A says, yeah. Let's start a war. Let's start fighting. They're both in debt. Where do they get the money? They borrow it from the central bank. The bank gives it to them. They gives it to them. Now, if they had to dig up gold and distribute amongst their soldiers to create fighting, think about it. Eventually, digging up the gold would be too hard. They wouldn't be able to keep the soldiers coming, right? So eventually the war would get pulled back. Guys would be like, all right, we can only get 100 guys today because we only get so much gold off the ground. But because they can borrow endless money from a central bank, they can continue to bring soldiers to war. And the more money we print, the more men will die. And because of currency, it chews through the human race. And I was telling everyone how fiat currency actually murders millions of men throughout the world because they keep borrowing from the central bank and it perpetuates a war that never ends. You see? Had we had actual resources to back the war, then the guys would have to actually get a resource and eventually one country would have to bow down. But they can both keep endlessly going into debt from a central bank and then mow each other to death. This is the plan of the central bank, okay? This is the goal. This is what they're doing. This is what's happening. This is reality, folks. I know you don't want to live in it or you don't want to believe in it, but this is what's happening, all right? On a grand scale. And they've done it over and over again. Countries throughout the years, you know? So just understand this concept, all right? I see the S&P in a cup and handle about to blast to the upside. Some of the other analysts out there are calling for a huge dump in the S&P, a huge dump in the NASDAQ. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I see a massive move coming for the S&P. I really do. I see the money printing getting turned on. Look at these higher lows in a row. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. You're in an uptrend. The trend's your friend until it's not. The only way we're not in a trend, if we come up here and make a double top. So we got a double top at 4661. I see the S&P blasting to the upside. I gave you the trade already on the S&P, if you remember, if it's still there. But here's the trade right now that I'll show you. And again, this is my idea. You got to figure out if it works for you. But you take the long position, I would be entering heavily into the S&P right now. It says that tech stocks are about to blast to the upside. I could be wrong. Last time I called the bottom of the S&P back in October last year. Around the same time. Isn't that weird? Around the same time I called the bottom. And we talk about buying in October. The Halloween effect. I've taught this, the Halloween effect in the stock market. And I talk about this a lot. The Halloween strategy definition. The Halloween strategy, the Halloween effect, is a Halloween indicator, is a market timing strategy based on the hypothesis that stocks perform better from October 31st to May than they do from the beginning of May through the end of October. Of course, the summers are tough to trade. I've held stocks now from May through October, and they're tough. But October through May is beautiful. The strategy posits that it's prudent to buy stocks in November, hold them through the winter months, and then sell in April when the investors and investing into other asset classes from May through June, May through October. Some who subscribe to this tactic say not to invest at all during the summer months. The idea is that investors can time the market in this way, contrary to buy and hold strategy, in which an investor may ride out down months. An investment for long term. The superior results seem to contradict the premise of the efficient market hypothesis. The Halloween strategy suggests that investors should be fully invested in stocks from November through April and out of stocks from May through October. And I'm telling you, I mean, the rich really do this. There's a lot of less, like, look how dry the volume was for Bitcoin all summer long. It was insane. Understanding the Halloween strategy and understanding it, and again, watch this, I'm gonna blow your mind. Look at this chart, babe, I made. Babe, come here. But look, I put out the Dow Jones for everyone, right? And one day I sat here on the weekly, and look what I did. I mapped out every single October on the Dow. It took me an hour. And I said, if you bought here in 2010, look, you were up October to October. Every single time you were up. Even here in the pandemic, when you got in, we came down, you were still basically, there was only, I think, right here, this year, you would have got here and you would have been down. The year of 2022 was the only year that had you really bought in October, you would have been down the next October. For the last 15 moments, all you had to do was buy the stock market in October. Literally just hold it till the next October. Pretty insane, right? I find that really interesting. And I just put out a Bitcoin trade for everyone. It's up huge right now. You know, how come oh yeah, because my network's delayed. But if my network wasn't delayed, I am up because I got in at, oh no, I guess I got in at I rebought in at 370. But look, there's the right shoulder that I wanted it to make right there. Remember, we were projecting the fact that we were going to make this right shoulder. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. We were on the 15-minute waiting for the right shoulder to get made. You remember this, right? Or 7-minute, actually. And there it is, and it looks even better on the 1 or the 5. But look, shoulder, head. I projected this shoulder before it happened. I talked about this is a great entry for the trade. 370, right? 320 even. We did come back in. I was supposed to enter back in at the 289 area, but I was busy looking at other stuff. But I see a massive move coming for Bitcoin. I see Bitcoin going to 30,850 tonight, and then even further to the upside. So far, it's all starting off as planned. The 5 minutes about to blast. Momentum's about to blast. Bitcoin's about to pump again, in my humble opinion, due to what I'm seeing on the charts. Again, it's just what the charts convey. It's just what the charts convey. Sell in May and buy in October. Looking for his Discord now. Stay away from noob channels like Crypto John, Crypto Gat. Sam is the man. I don't want to put down anyone else. I don't know what you're saying. Keep watching every day. There's no way. It's amazing, man. How about the DXY? ETH blasting. Nice jump, man. Jumpman, how do you feel about Quant? Quant's interesting. I'm just not into it long term. Super chats, Casper or H-bar? Take a look at Casper. What's BOOKMAP showing? Let's take a look at BOOKMAP and load it up and see where the liquidity exists. But I told you we were going to the moon, baby. TRB pumping, baby. What's BOOKMAP showing? Wow. And shout out to everybody here on the live. We've reached 700 viewers. It is blasting. The market's out of control. This is crazy. Look how hard I work, everyone, every single day. I want to go to bed. I'm tired. I was with my family all day. If you don't think I'm beat tired, but I push through anyway. I have the ability to push through no matter what. That's the key. That will make you a billionaire as opposed to a millionaire. You will just continue to push when everyone else just can't handle the fire. You know? And stay disciplined. And don't let success get to your head. Stay humble. So look, all the liquidities, there's some liquidity down here, but the biggest liquidity is to the upside. 31,990. We have a huge order here at 31,500. BOOKMAP wants to eat those orders. It really does. Okay? That's what BOOKMAP does. Whenever we see these big orders that close to you, look, the big order down here it's going to have to go too far. It's going to want to make this move. 31,000 on the radar, and I see 31,500, 31,007 coming even tonight. I'd be careful shorting the market if I were you. The shorts are getting banged on. All right? So BOOKMAP also suggests that we go to the upside. All right. Chainlink has been out of control. Like, it's just, it went out of control. It really did. All right, everyone. We did it all tonight, really. It's 11:25. I started at 10. I got to sleep tonight and get ready for the show tomorrow and somehow make it. I don't even know how I'm going to get through it all. I'm freaking out. I have to do the show at 8, end it at 9:30. I'm going to miss my 10 a.m. Where someone else is going to steal my slot.
You were late Saturday and Sunday, and you had more people watching you.
At night, though, not my day show, 10 a.m., man. I just got to trust in God and have faith, right? Amen. Amen. Glad Florida treated you well. I'll definitely catch you next time you're back. Thank you, Jamal. I was just super busy, man, running all around, and I didn't have a car. And, yeah, big short coming Tuesday. Possibly a nice short on Tuesday. That could possibly happen. I could feel that after all this pumpage. We're going to have some fair value gaps to take care of for sure. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out we're up in that trade, 30,376 now. I took profits on the first one. We're going to continue to get this thing moving to the upside. Shout out to everyone here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Who's going to steal your slot? Nobody, right? I'm paranoid, right? Man, no one's going to steal it. You're funny. I feel like there's all these YouTubers just trying to take me down and chop me down, baby. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. And we did it again, everyone. I went live all morning, at night. We did it again. We did it again. Bring you guys back down to earth here. And shout out to my wife. What a nice vacation. I don't even know if it was a vacation. I worked my butt off, but
it was a vacation.
Everyone, thank you so much for everything. I appreciate it. I'll catch you tomorrow on the live. It will be 8 in the morning, so be up early, everyone. I'll see you then.